Happy last day of school. It's very exciting. I'm very happy for you that you finally made it. So, um, this is it. If you haven't already done so, you need to take attendance for today and you need to watch this video. If you owe me any work, today is the last day. I will not take anything after Wednesday. So today is it. Be sure to get me anything that you owe me. If we were in person, I would be spending the last day going around and talking to all of you about finals, but we do not have a final. And then after that, I would tell all of you why I appreciate you. This is for period 5. And I would individually tell you what I appreciate about you and how I am grateful that I got to know you. And so because I can't do that, I'm still going to do it. I'm just going to do it on this video. So I'm just going to go through the roster and I'm going to very quickly, it only takes a short amount of time, talk to all of you and tell you what I'm grateful for and what I appreciate about you. And it's fun. You can fast forward to yours or you can watch the whole thing. That is up to you. So let me pull up your roster. Real quick, if you haven't turned in your book, which is probably all of you, you can turn it in at any time. At the front of West, when you walk in the front door, there should be a library tote where you can leave your book if you still have any English books, or you can just wait until next year and we'll figure it out then, unless other information comes out, but that's all I know. All right, so we are starting at the top with, and again, this is just for period 5. I want to talk to you as a class at the end, but right now I'm just going to go through individuals very quickly. Amanda, you are just our petite little friend, and we love having you in class. You were funny, and you were a hard worker, and whenever you didn't understand something, you would always ask me, and I appreciated that. Towards the end, you started volunteering more, and it was really fun to see you come out of that little shy shell a little bit. Next is Allie. Allie Bennett. Allie, I really enjoyed having you in class. Towards the end, you moved closer to my desk, and I liked being closer to you so we could talk more. You're really funny and dry. You have a dry sense of humor. You were a hard worker, and I really appreciated that about you. Jonah, you made me laugh all the time. You are loud and silly and charismatic, and together those are traits that will take you a long way. Alyssa, Jonah's buddy. You guys talked a lot. I felt like I could move Alyssa to any corner of the room and she would still find a way to talk. But to anyone, because Alyssa, you are so social and you have so many friends. And it's because you have this beautiful spirit, like a magnet, that just attracts other students. And I'm going to continue to be your friends. I like you. And I appreciated having you in our class. Chandler. Man, Chandler, I loved you. I asked you a lot of questions about your family because I thought your home life was interesting. And so I learned a lot about you, and I'm so grateful for that. And you were a strong advocate of your faith, and that's very admirable. That's hard to do, and you should be really proud of that. And you were also a hard worker, and you were very sarcastic for those who were listening. And I appreciated that about you. I really liked having you in our class. Bethany, you are a silly girl. You are quiet, but you are funny. I know you had a friend in another one of my classes, and you guys talked about different things I would say back and forth, and I liked that. Again, a very hard worker, incredibly studious. I really enjoyed having you in my class, Bethany. Spencer is a good debater. So you're good at debating. You have a very logical thought process. You like to think A through Z. And I love seeing those mechanical minds work where you're trying to figure out how the words work, how the argument works, how the assignment works. You like to think 2 steps ahead of the game, and I loved that about you. Cade, you and I are like water and oil. We disagreed a lot. We butt heads a lot on a lot of things, but at the end of the day, you know, we really care. We really did care about each other. You are a good student. You care about your grades a lot, but you also care about other things. You're funny and you love living your life to the fullest, and you have a huge personality. I've taught so many people in your family, and I love seeing the dynamics of all of the Parker tribe and the DeWitt tribe together. I'm sorry, not Parker, the Pugh tribe and the DeWitt tribe together. And it's just been really cool. So I'm glad I got to have you in class, and I've really appreciated getting to know you, Cade. Aiden, I saw you one time outside of class, and it was at Popeyes. We were both on the line to get chicken sandwiches. And I like seeing my students outside of class because I get to know what their interests are. And Aiden, if your interests are Popeye's chicken sandwiches, then I think that we should be friends. I really enjoyed getting to know you. You are sarcastic and funny and loud and charismatic and colorful, and we all benefited from having you in class. I would love to have you in class again, but you will pass this year, so you will not be in my class again. You did great. Nadia, you have such a sweet and gentle heart. And for a while, I just thought that you were shy, and that's not true. There's so much to you. You're so sweet and so gentle and so thoughtful. And I'm really grateful that I got to know you and work with you. And throughout the year, your work really just blossomed, and you got better and better and better. And I'm really proud of who you are and getting to be a part of that process. Let's see who's next. Cadence, you were also another very quiet student, but whenever you did sit down to do an assignment, it was always really well done, extremely elaborate. There was a lot of attention to detail. And so when you put your mind to it, your work was very thorough and careful, and it was extremely thoughtful. And I appreciated that from you a lot, Cadence. I'm really glad I got to have you in our class. Valerie, you're a social butterfly. We all know it. You would walk in and ask everyone how our day was. Some of us would groan and some of us would love it. And that vibrant personality of yours is going to take you really, really far. So keep it up. Olivia, you were so quiet in class, and I know that you are just sweeter than all get out. You are so sweet and so kind, and you don't necessarily love English, but you love getting your work done, and you had a lot of friends outside of our class. And I got to see you around town. We ran into each other at church a couple of times. I really enjoyed that. I love seeing my students outside of class. And I hope that I get to continue to see you and be your friend. Lily, you are very layered. There's a lot of layers to you. There's a lot there. And I felt like every time I talked to you, I got to know a different side of you, something different. And it was really cool to watch you open up throughout the year and for me to learn a little more about your home and your friends. And I really enjoyed that. So thank you for sharing all of those layers with me. Colin, you took forever to pack up your bags and go to your next class, but that also meant that I got to see you for just a few more extra minutes, and I savored that time. I'm really going to miss you. I'm going to miss the way that you work really, really fast, and that you laugh at other people's jokes, and sometimes you roll your eyes. You were very animated, and I'm going to miss that about you. I'm going to miss your animation. Whenever you had a feeling, I could feel that feeling, and I loved that about you. And I'm definitely going to miss having you in my class. Let's see. Ryder, you are smart as a whip. And if you were talking, we were all listening because you had something interesting to say. So we learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from you. You pointed out my mistakes a few times, and I'm glad you did because they needed to be pointed out so I could fix them. You're a great student. You're a very strong academic. I believe you're in the robotics club. And if you are, that's going to take you really far. That's definitely how your mind works. I'm excited to see where you go in the future. Garrett, you stopped being tardy after lunch, and for that, I am appreciative of you. Riley, I'm just kidding, Garrett. We'll go back to you. Garrett, very social, very personable. You like getting along with other people, and it's easy for us to get along with you. And so we're really glad that we got to all become a part of your tribe. Riley, I also ran into at church a few times, and that was really cool. Riley, you are really smart and you are multi-talented. You have talents in so many different areas, and it's not just school. It's obviously academic talent, but then also athletic talent and some career talent. And I'm really astonished at you. And I find you astonishing. And I'm excited to see some of the things that you do with your life in the future. I think there's a lot to work with, and that's really exciting for you and for me. Jasmine, you're a sweet girl. You're a sweet girl, and I got to know more about you and a little bit more about your personal life towards the end of the year, and I really liked learning about that. You are a good worker. You're a very good worker, and I appreciate that. And you're also very friendly. And so I'm really glad that I got to be a part of your life. Hopefully continue. Isaiah, you are a big time procrastinator who I care about big time. Isaiah, you are funny and you ask questions when you don't understand, which is the best trait that anyone could have. You are a hard worker. You will work until things are done and until things are right. And it's so refreshing. And so we really liked having you in our class. It was a cool vibe. Let's see. I logged out, so I'm having to log back in. And Isaiah, you're really silly. You don't take yourself too seriously, and that's something that we really, really liked about you. I really, really liked about you. Christian, you are a transfer from a different class, so this class might not know you very well, but I do. And I know that you are underneath, academics and sports and all that stuff, just you as a person, you're really sweet and you're really caring and you're conscientious. You care about what other people think in just the best ways. And I know that you're going to go on, make good choices and do awesome things. And you're a good guy. You are a good guy. I know that. And I am just so glad to have spent so much time with you in both classes. And it's cool always to be able to see how kids grow in different atmospheres. And I'm so glad I got to have you. Sarah, I loved having you in our class. You're very artistic and deep, and there's a lot to you. And I learned so much about you, and I'm excited to continue to learn more about you. I'm sure that we're not done with each other. I love learning about you. Mackenzie, you are inquisitive. I appreciate how often you ask questions. You are kind and respectful and polite. And you're a grounding force for all of us. Whenever we are off track, you will help us get back to what needs to be done. And we need that in our lives. Everybody needs a Mackenzie. Harini, I think that you are just such a sweet kid. You were pretty quiet in our class, but you were a hard worker. You always turned in your best work. Nothing other than that was acceptable for you. And I thought that that was really great. You did a wonderful job. And I look forward to hearing about some more of your successes in the future. London, I want to tell everybody really quickly. London is really great at digital learning. She turned in all of her assignments on time, every single one. You guys have a lot to learn from her. London, you are a hard worker. You are social, but you are a hard worker. And if you are going to do something, you're going to do it right. And you're funny. You're really dramatic in the best way. And we love that about you. So glad that you were in our class. Garrett S. Now, the first Garrett was Garrett K. Garrett S., you are a quiet storm. You're really quiet, but you're always brewing something. You're always thinking about the assignment, about the fastest way to get it done, the most efficient way to do it. And that's going to benefit you for sure, being efficient and being quick. Tate, sometimes I called you Taterator. Tate, I called you Tater Tot too. I just love you. I think that you are a teddy bear dressed in camo, and nothing that you can say or do would make me think otherwise. I think that you have a good, well, I know that you have a good soul, and that's it. I like you. I think that you're a really cool guy. I liked you from day one. I just knew that I could feel your energy. You're a good soul. You can tell people I said that. Kyla. Kyla, it was really cool getting to know you because I feel like I know your family, and it was really cool to get to teach you after having taught your brother and see how very different you two are. And Kyla, you are thoughtful and academic and to the point, and you were a grounding force, just like Mackenzie was for a lot of other people in class, to get back on track and to help us focus. And you might not think that you were, but you were. And so I'm really grateful for you, Kyla. And then two more. Jack. Jack, you're very charismatic, and I loved that about you. You are extremely off topic, and everyone else loved that about you, because then we would stop doing English stuff and we'd focus on, whatever other thing you're talking about. You never had a bad day, even when, you were sick for a while. But still, you were just so positive and such a good kid, such a good student. And we missed you when you were gone. And now we didn't get to see you because of digital learning. So I think it was your leg. I think something weird was happening in your leg, if I'm correct. Might have been your arm. But really glad that I got to know you. You are quite a character in the best way. Nate. Nate, you are the last one on this list. And I appreciated that you kept your brother Jack in line because he needs it. And I'm kidding. And I also appreciated that you asked me about my life too, and that doesn't happen very often. And that's a sign that you're a really good listener and that you care about other people. And I really liked that. You cared. You cared about the class. You cared about the other students in the class. You wanted to do well and you wanted to improve. You took feedback very readily. You're a great student, and I loved having you. I love both the twins equally. It's true. I really do not have a favorite. I know I would joke that I did, but I don't. I love you both. I love all of you. So now here's my message to Fifth Hour in general, and then I will be done, and your English school year will be over. Fifth Hour, you were my loudest, craziest, most aggravating hour of students that I have had in years. And I loved and treasured every second of it. I loved you guys. I will miss you. I'm going to cry. I'm going to close my eyes. I will miss you so much. And I know I'm still going to see you at school, but you are a good group of people. And I want to grow up one day and be just like you. So thank you, Fifth Hour, for teaching me a lot about patience. All right. Bye, you guys. Have a great summer. I don't take any late work after today, Wednesday, so be sure you get that turned in. All right. Bye. Have a good summer, and I'll see you around.